Welcome to the ArcheAge Action Report. That's right, I am changing the name of the report that I do every single week to be specific to ArcheAge. That is right, today is July 27th, Sunday, and this is the first of the ArcheAge Action Reports, which will be the A3R. And that's the way I'll refer to it from now on. The A3R. Welcome to the A3R this week. I am Scribby, and I'm the community leader for Critical Moment. I'm also the guild leader in ArcheAge for Critical Moment, and I'm here to fill you in on everything that happened this week. We had a lot of exciting things go on. Starting with, let's go with the first thing, the downside of what happened this week. We got together and we were going to do a trade run. That's right, trade run with a merchant ship, fill it up, do the old style, the stuff we were doing about a month and a half ago, 2 months ago. Fill a ship up, load it up with trade packs, let's take it across the sea. And we took it across the sea and got annihilated by the guild, I can't remember the guild's name. It was a streamer. And they jumped us and they used good tactics and we got destroyed. And I think we turned in a few packs, we didn't get everything turned back in. And we're looking at the system and we're still complaining there's still an issue with flagging, and we saw that there's still an issue with flagging. And what the issue is that when you go into enemy controlled territory, and this is territory that does not go to peace or war, it's always enemy controlled. We have ours, they have theirs. On the Western continent, the first place that you have to go in Esnen Harbor, there in Twin Crowns, is enemy controlled territory, but you are required to go there, turn in trade packs, so you can get the first crafting components that alchemists need to make the oils and other stuff that they need to craft, so that the armor smiths can actually craft, and carpenters and some other stuff can actually craft the gear for level 30 and 34. So you're kind of required to do this. Now they're required to do the same thing. They have to come into Asteria. So we went in there knowing this was a chance, and we're trying out different methods, whether we're going to take clippers across, take merchant ships, and we're a small guild. I mean, we have to admit it now, we are a small guild. We're probably going to have 15, we're hoping for about 20 at launch that are all in a close-knit community working together. Went over there and we got killed by a huge group. They outnumbered us at least 2 to 3 to 1, and they picked us off using game mechanics. Basically, if you get hit, only if you get hit can you attack the person who hit you and no one else. And so what they do is their healers never flag. They can heal themselves and blah, blah, blah. Whatever. It is a game mechanic and it is what it is, and we have to adjust. And so this week we had Merc and Pyre and Tagari and Fracker and myself to a small extent and Nico basically go on a rampage. We did what happened to us to the other side on the Reds, and they must be very angry at us because even though we lost about 23 trade packs, I think we've gotten back almost twice that many off of them, which means we capture their trade packs when they're trying to come into our safe port, use the same game mechanics, take them out and turn them in right to the trader, and we get credit. They get a little bit, but we get most of it, and so it kind of worked out that way. It was great. We had fun. I wish I had the video. I thought I might have. I'll have to see. I don't think that I was able to fraps. One of the guilds from the other side brought in a merchant ship full, and we attacked them, and they took us out the first time. Very coordinated, very I don't know if it's Dark Ascension maybe. Very coordinated, very well organized until we started picking them off one by one. Then I think Purgatory, the guild Purgatory, pulled out their galleon, and we hopped on the guns. Fracker and I were on the guns, and 2 Purgatory guys were on the guns, and we basically destroyed their merchant ship. In port, sank it next to the harbor. There's nothing they could do. They couldn't come back in and save it. So that was a good victory. Other than that, things are going on through the week. I continue to work on my composition, and I'm up to 30,000 now, which means I can do 800-note songs, and I got a song I'm working on later today. Hopefully it'll be done and get it in there and play. Pyre, everyone else is continuing to level tunes, try out different specs. Isaac made a guest appearance a couple times, or not a guest appearance, it's his normal appearances, but he made a couple appearances this week, and he and I went up and we were hitting those griffins on Asteria, or Aurora, sorry, getting all my A cities mixed in. I think they need a little more variety. We run around, we've done lots of trade packs, inner, I-N-N-E-R, continental trade packs this week. A lot of people making money. I know Fragger and I kept the tractors running all week. We helped a couple of people run some trade packs. We ran some trade packs ourselves. Other than that, everything, it was a pretty good week. We had fun, came off the beta on Monday. We know that the next beta coming up will be this week coming up. next beta coming up will be this week. Yeah, kind of messing it up. So the beta that's coming up will be phase 2 for us, and that means that we're not actually going to go for any more land grab. We'll look around and kind of see what the lay of the land is. They are adding new servers, so any of the other guilds or anyone else who wants to do that, they'll probably go try that out. We're not going to. We've got our plan down. We like where it is. We're going to go wander around the server a little bit, kind of see where all the other land grabs happen and who grabbed what. Still looking for which guilds we're going to avoid. Definitely going to avoid streaming guild servers, but I'm sure they'll probably spread out. Going to see all the stuff that goes on there, but our goal coming into the beta, which starts Wednesday, so the beta will be almost done by the time I do my next week's report. Our goal is to get most of our crafters, and this is everyone, up to 10K. So now it's going to be difficult because we know that there is a roadblock, a little bit of a roadblock in the armor smithing. That'll be a little more, actually there isn't really until 10K because we'll be able to manufacture armor. But we're going to be having to grow cloth, we're going to have to do mining, we're going to have to do masonry, machinery. It'll be a challenge to do that one, to get that up. Handicraft's going to be making a ton of fish hooks. And basically we're going to kind of use this weekend to kind of learn everything we can about leveling all these crafts and crafting professions at the same time, because that's the plan that we're going to be going with into launch. We know phase 1 will be, the first 4 days, getting our community set up, getting our land grabbing farms, putting things down, getting people organized, getting the farmers going, husbandry going, and all that stuff. And then shifting over to phase 2, which is basically the industrial age of the guild, where we're going to start going into crafting and manufacturing. And then after that, for the next closed beta event, we'll talk about it at the end of phase 2. I'm assuming it's going to be more of a, all right, let's get into our steady state operations, meaning we're no longer going for specific, going to level all crafters. Crafters will start leveling at their own pace, kind of supporting the guild and what they need to do. We're going to start looking at some large projects and how we're going to implement policies that allow us to accomplish those policies, or to accomplish those projects while everybody is still having fun. Now, the biggest thing that we're doing with this, and I want feedback from all of you who are watching this or playing the game in ArcheAge, is the big thing is we want to have fun, and I want to ensure that we have fun. And anything that we're doing that is taking away from fun or you don't think is fun, please let me know. We're going to put these plans and policies in place. We're going to support everyone. We want to get trade runs done. Everything we're doing is for the guild. It's not for me. It's not for Fracker. It's not for anyone else solo. We're going to spread the projects out. I want everyone to have clippers. I want everyone to have the ships and things that they want later in game. This is a long-term game. We know it's a long-term game, and a lot of us have already stated we're going to be in this game for a long time. And what this is going to mean is that eventually we will have galleons, and we'll have fishing boats, and we'll have clippers, and we'll have all this other thing. And our community will be a set, solid number of people, probably around 20-ish is what we're thinking. Maybe it'll grow, and maybe it won't. Maybe it'll stay about that size, and maybe it'll shrink down. But we know that we're forming a good, close, good-knit community where we're going to be supporting each other, so that if Tagari needs oils, I'm going to do what I can to support him to get those oils. That I know that if Nico needs to increase her alchemy, that I will shift my farming over to grow the plants and stuff that she needs. And so, I mean, that's the kind of community that we've kind of morphed into over this couple of months when we've been playing alpha and now into the beta. And I'm kind of liking it. I like the direction we're going. The feedback I'm getting is everyone else likes the direction we're going. We still need to find that kind of balance in the PvP world, and I think we're starting to move towards that with the jumping people on the dock. That does get a little bit kind of boring, and I think we're going to probably start venturing out into, let's take the ships out and start seeing what we can do. Let's do some actual privateering. And that isn't pirating, and that isn't jumping greens on our own side. Privateering means we are operating in support of Eastern forces, the Eastern continent, and we're going to go out there and we're going to take out red forces, bringing trade stuff across. That's privateering. Pirating is attacking your own side. All right, if you want to be a pirate, go pirate, and we'll support our players in our community who want to do that. And we have the ways of actually expediting that if they want to, and it's good to have some people who on all the different sides. We're looking at some other plans this week, or not this week, over the next couple months. We'll be looking at some other plans to try to help make trading and crafting a little bit easier for us. So if you have input, please go to the forums. I know some people don't like them. We have a lot of information on the forums. Plans are there. They're morphing, changing, transforming into what we're going to be doing at launch. Take a look at those. Provide feedback. No one is, we don't want any voices unheard. Give us some feedback on what's going on. I hope everyone is having a great time in ArcheAge. Find your little pet projects that you like to do. For me, it's composition. Right now, I'm having a blast with that. So I hope everyone's having a great week gaming. I hope that the other two branches, our Final Fantasy and World of Warcraft, will start putting out some videos or stuff on what they're doing. I just felt it was easier for me to stress ArcheAge, because I always have the ArcheAge information. I know what we're doing, and I just not getting a lot of information out of the other two branches, though I know they're doing a lot of stuff. They're just not feeding it to me for the video. So this is now the A3 report for Critical Moment. I hope everyone's had a great week in gaming. I look forward to seeing you in your game of choice. although I'll be on ArcheAge. Bye.
Miss ain't not gay.
Miss Ragamuffin.
Hey yo. Original Root Boy Killers. DJ Shaky. John Black. El Ritmo Records.
Roadway. You got more. Miss Ragamuffin alongside John Black with a brand new combination. Big up Providence and San Andreas land. What me say? Listen up. Until morning come, we know where the party day.
Hey mama, la fiesta comenzó, vámonos a mi cama. Ese bautizo cambié mi colada. Voy a hacértelo como hacer limonada. Fácil de preparar y no me dirás nada. Estoy arrepentido como fiesta pagana. Mi pana, no fuimos hasta mañana. Toda esa cara moviendo esa nalga. Y yo con mi cara te encuentro anal.
When me there with you, dime que te falta. Throw your hands in the air, mano arriba salta. When me there with you, dime que te falta. Throw your hands in the air, mano arriba salta.
Rápido, nítido, eso me dicen al charlar. Hábil con mi roto, eso me dicen al follar. Baby, bateguear, estoy listo para hacer tu ma. Pero hands up, baby, coming hands up. Put your hands up, baby, put your hands up. Put your hands up, baby, put your hands up. Put your hands up, baby, put your hands up. Todo el mundo mano arriba, ya llegó el road boy. Put your hands up, baby, put your hands up. Put your hands up, baby, put your hands up. Put your hands up, baby, put your hands up. Todo el mundo mano arriba, ya llegó el road boy.
Baby, está rica, mami, solita, tu cinturita, yo la quiero coger. Etiquetica, tu mamacita, estás bien loquita, y nos vamos pa'l motel. Está rica, mami, solita, tu cinturita, yo la quiero coger. Etiquetica, tu mamacita, estás bien loquita, y nos vamos pa'l motel.
España girl can sing ragamuffin. Well, John Black say me wanna tell you something. España girl can sing dancehall. Mi chulers are like bullets, seguro no nothing at all. What them a want shout ya. Them a want, them a want school ya. What them a want chat ya. Them a want, them a want roll ya. Hands in the air.